Welcome to Spice King Jim Ford's Durkee's Backyard Barbecue. Guest chef today is Joanne Jamel Olson and Spice and Olive King Jim Ford. Brought to you by Durkee's, famous sauces, spices, olives, and gravy mixes. Durkee's, the largest importer in the world of fancy Spanish green olives. Ask for and insist on Durkee's, world's finest, voted #1 in Packerland. Now, here's Joanne Jamel Olson.
Good afternoon. Glad you could join us today for Spice King Jim Ford's Durkee's Backyard Barbecue. And on the menu today, we have a surprise for the Spice King, as we're going to use his personal recipe for chili burgers. Along with that, a great pina colada cooling dessert that is in the form of a cake, in a layered cake, 5 layers in fact. Also, the Spice King will be here giving many spice tips for the summer. So stay right where you are. We'll be right back after this word from Durkee's, voted #1 in Packerland.
Here's Spice King Jim Ford with another letter from Durkee's mailbag.
We have a letter here from the Durkee fan club at Sheboygan. Dick Landwehr, president. Dick writes, you had a story once on your Durkee's Backyard Barbecue program about a spice the Polish people love in their soups. You also gave it a Polish name. Dick, the spice is whole allspice, not ground, whole, and the Polish name is kubaba, and that's great in your pea soup. Add about 3 or 4 berries before cooking, Dick. This is what we're talking about.
Here's Spice King Jim Ford with another letter from Durkee's mailbag.
Here's a question that I've been expecting for many years from Durkee Backyard Barbecue fans. Annie, the hostess at Little Minocqua Motel, Minocqua, writes, who originated the chef's hat? Annie, in the Middle Ages, cooks from Greece found their way in the monasteries in Europe. The monks wore tall, dark hats, so the Greek cooks decided to wear tall white so they could tell the difference. Annie, by the way, says hello to all her customers.
Summer is a great time for grilling out, especially for the adults and also for the children. Hamburgers are a specialty. And today we're going to take Spice King Jim Ford's personal recipe for chili burgers. And first of all, we're going to start with 2 pounds of ground beef. We're going to take 2 teaspoons of chili powder and place it in the mix. The Spice King will be talking about chili powder later in the program, giving us some tips on it. Also 2 teaspoons of garlic powder. If you don't like to cut up onions, as we're going to use onions in this recipe, you can use the dehydrated onions, either the chopped or the garden bits, which is great. Okay, we're going to mix this up. And make burgers for this. This should feed probably about 6 people, 1 burger apiece. So probably be called quarter pounders, Spice King style. Okay, making patties into this, we're also going to make a sauce for the top. And I'll explain that while I'm making the patties. Now for the topping, we're going to use a 16-ounce can of kidney beans, 8-ounce can of tomato sauce. We're going to put that in a pan because we're going to throw that also on the grill for broiling. So we're going to mix that up. For the seasoning, we're going to use the chili seasoning in the package, which makes it very, very simple for you. So it's the chili seasoning in the package, and just add that right into the bowl and stir it in. Add a little fine chopped green peppers and make it really tangy. Okay, we're going to throw this on the grill along with the burgers. That'll get nice and hot. For added spice, you might want to try the new seasoning that's out, and that's called the Mexican style chili sauce. Okay, remember that's the chili powder in the can that we add to the burger, and then in the sauce we're going to use the chili seasoning in the package. Okay? Going right into our dessert, we're going to have a 5-layered cake. It's called a pina colada cake. The first layer I have on already, and that's pineapple on top of a yellow cake that I put lemon extract. Pineapple on the top, and then we're going to put the next layer, which is cream cheese, coconut extract, milk, and that's it. And just spread it on. Then we're going to add cherries for the next layer. You can use any flavor type extract if you'd like. You could use lemon if you like more lemon in it, pineapple, or the coconut. Pina colada is a combination of all 3 of those. Okay, that's our 3rd layer. Then we're going to just dot the cherries through it as our 4th layer. And for the 5th, we're going to use whipping cream, and I used a pineapple extract in that. And I'll just start this on the top here. And you can decorate that all the way around. On the very top, what we're going to do is use coconut. You can toast that if you'd like a little color. You could add meats of peanuts or pecans if you like those. You could add other fruits also. You might want to try a chocolate cake and add different layers. Chocolate with cherries are very good. Okay. So if you want to trim the sides also, you'll need a very large bowl of the whipping cream. Okay, for additive on our burgers also, we're going to use the potato sticks. For garnishment, we're going to use the Durkee's onion rings, and also if you like it a little bit hotter, you can always spice it up with the Durkee's Frank's hot sauce. Okay, we'll be right back with the Spice King, tips about chili seasoning and alum, so stay right where you are. We'll be right back.
Here's Spice King Jim Ford with another letter from Durkee's mailbag.
Here's a letter from Pete, president of Durkee's fan club, the Rhinelander Pub Cafe. Relatives of mine snapped a picture of you while you were at the Athens Greek Hilton Hotel talking to a group of grocers. What kind of spice were you holding in your hand? Pete, it was a can of thyme, and I was greeting these American grocers by telling them 2,000 years ago it was a compliment to tell somebody they smelled of thyme. The Greeks thought a lot of thyme.
Here's Sports Authority Jim Ford with Durkee's mailbag.
Here's a letter from the Durkee Packer fan club at Pulaski, Orville Kubiak, president. Your story about the Chinese player who sneezed every time he tackled a Packer was hilarious. Now we hear you have a further story about sneeze Achoo. Here's the story. Achoo, Dayton halfback, sneezed around the Packer ends 7 times. It says that right here. You wouldn't want any part of anybody that sneezed in your face, would you, Orville? The Packer backs want no part of sneeze Achoo.
Spice King Jim Ford is here with me, and Jim, this week in the mailbag we had a couple pictures sent in, and this first picture is of a baseball player, and it came in from Bozaki's up in Minocqua, and there's an autograph on here. It says, and I'll read it to the viewers, to Harlan Bozaki, a real friend who was so good to all of us ball players. I'll never forget you. Sincerely, Jim Ford from 38 and 40. and I'm going to show this to the viewers. A very nice picture.
Yeah, that was back in 1938, 39, 40. I played baseball up there.
I see. Also, we have another picture that came in. It's from the Minocqua area also, and you have a crown on. And I think this is from the Beefarama a few years back that they crowned you the Spice King, and that's how you've got your title.
Well, I got the title back, about 15, 20 years ago, but up in Minocqua they gave me the title, the Spice King for that area, but I've had that for about 20 years.
And in the letter it said later in the evening you even had olives on those points of the crown. And also I see on the picture we have a little bit of lipstick. What is this all about?
Well, that's on the cheek. They had a go-go club next to that picture. And these girls come out, and somebody told those girls to give me a smacker. They gave me one right on the cheek, and the color would show the red lipstick. It was funny.
As we're doing the chili burgers today, I would like to know something about the history of chili.
Well, a lot of people think, Joanne, about the history of chili powder. India, curry powder is a big spice or seasoning. Of course, a lot of English is there, so when many of them moved into Texas, and they concocted chili powder. They come up with their own formula, and that's how it started. It was the English settlers. That's a surprise to everybody.
And speaking of chili, also, what is the sodium content on, like our chili burgers that we're doing?
But Joanne is very low. You know, as you know, ground cumin, oregano, allspice, cloves, all those spices are in these formulas for chili powder, and they're quite low, so there's no possibility of having high sodium content. Like your whole chilies is real low in sodium, so no problems are there.
Great for the dieters.
Great.
Okay. And while you get into the mailbag, Jim, I'm going to go check on the food over here, okay?
We have a letter here from Pete Tinsley from Florence, Wisconsin. He's retired, used to be a football coach up there, and former Packer great. He wants to say hello to Green Bay. And Earl Millie Verhagen from the Crossroads Bar, that's west on Highway 70, west of Crandon, and they say hello to Green Bay. And also the Rock Falls Supper Club out there north of Green Bay at Dykesville, and that's Wayne and Nancy Holes, and they're from Dykesville, and they're enjoying themselves. Some other names are Jerry and Irene Levina of Luxembourg, Frog Station, which is a couple miles north of Luxembourg, and they also say hi to everybody. Mrs. Fred Winters, or rather Winters, W-I-N-E-R-S, from Arcadia, Wisconsin, joined the program. Bruce Meester of Kingsford. Some other names are Don and Marion Cohen, Mandawish Waters, and that's on Club 51 there. They're right on Highway 51. They're enjoying the program. Some other names is Joe Piscitello. He's the beverage host at Ray Jackson's Supper Club near Gate 1 in Milwaukee. John Ermey, he says hello to Green Bay, and he's enjoying the program. Ed Fritch and Bill Grabowski from Manawak says hi to everybody, and we'll open up some more of the mailbag in the next program.
Working on the burgers today, we had a chili burger, and we used the chili seasoning in the package, and you can serve it open-faced. And also we had kidney beans, tomato sauce, the green peppers, along with the chili sauce in the pouch. You can top that off with the French fried onion rings and also with cheese. For the dessert, we did have the pina colada cake. It was 5 layers. If you like those recipes, you can certainly rush in. Okay, we will see you next week. Have a great day. Bye now.
For recipes and spice tips, write to Spice King Jim Ford, Durkee's Mailbag, WBAY-TV, 115 South Jefferson, Green Bay, Wisconsin, 54301. That's Spice King Jim Ford, Durkee's Mailbag, WBAY-TV, 115 South Jefferson, Green Bay, Wisconsin, 54301. This has been Durkee's Backyard Barbecue. Your chef was Joanne Jamel Olson and Spice and Olive King Jim Ford. Brought to you by Durkee's famous spices, sauces, olives, and gravy mixes. Durkee's, the largest importer in the world of fancy Spanish green olives. Ask for and insist on Durkee's, world's finest, voted #1 in Packerland. See you next week.
Rhinelander Mini Storage has individual locker units in 5 sizes. You store it, lock it, and keep the key. Rent by the month or year with 10% off on annual rates. Just call 362-2735 in Rhinelander.
This is WAEO Channel 12 Rhinelander.
Robert Shaw.
Isn't she beautiful?
Jacqueline Bisset.
I'd love to kill her.
John Voight.
I want you more than anything.
One is a cop, 2 are killers.
Death won't wait.
In a crime of passion, which one will survive getting away with murder?
I know who did it, but I won't tell you.
And now,